Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum Backstage interview. It's my pleasure here with James Anderson, CEO of Guanajuato Silver. Welcome, James.
Thank you very much, Chen. Great to see you again.
Oh, good. I just saw some very exciting production news coming out of your company. Seems your costs going down a lot and production going up. Can you tell us what's going on right now?
Yeah, for those people who are not familiar with Guanajuato Silver, we put the El Cubo mine and mill back into production starting last fall. And in our news releases, and when we do things like this, I'm always talking about ramping up production and really ramping down costs. And quarter on quarter, and what we can see month to month, we continue to produce more tons, put more tons of ore through the through our processing plant. We continue to do more silver equivalent ounces, so this is a silver and gold mining operation, and costs continue to drop, and I think that will continue well into the fall.
Wow, excellent. So when do you think you will reach the plant nameplate production, or will you have the goal, you think you're getting close to a steady production?
Right, so in nameplate production, the previous owners really built the plant perhaps bigger than...
Very big, yeah. I remember seeing them on my visit.
Right. So nameplate production and Endeavor Silver, who we bought the operation from, they ran it at 54,000 tons a month. I think that's... our team think that's a little bit too much, too fast, too hot for a narrow-veined epithermal system in central Mexico. Currently, we take about 20,000 tons a month from the El Cubo mine, and then we take 10,000 tons from our other operation just 8 kilometers away. So combined, it's about 30,000 tons.
Okay.
We don't want to go too much higher than that because I think we would run into the same issues as previous operators. However, over the next several months, and we've been doing this already, we're going to wean ourselves off of the waste material that was at El Pinguico, our other project, about 8 kilometers away. We're taking less and less than that and more higher grade material from El Cubo.
Okay.
So I think we can get, just from El Cubo, I think we can get up to 32, 34, 36,000, but I don't think we want to push it any higher than that.
Wow, excellent. Good. So, can you describe what kind of production, the grade and the cost in the recent press release?
Yeah. Q1. So that's the last reporting quarter that we had, and really only our second quarter of operations. So it is brand new. All-in sustaining costs went from $33 to $25 and change over that quarter. Production costs were down. Cash cost production costs were down slightly. By about 1%. Those matrix will continue to get better into the quarter that we've got. And I probably shouldn't tell you sort of on a month-to-month basis or tell the audience, the selective disclosures important, so I won't get into that. However, we continue to find better grades. Currently, sort of our overall grade is maybe 150, 160. That's grams of silver equivalent. Now, one of the reasons why that's fairly low is because we're taking a third of our production from the low-grade stockpile at Pinguico. As that moves away, we'll be having grades that, and we do see this almost week to week, but certainly month to month, we have grades that increase. Where we want to end up here in the next couple of months is something north of 200 silver equivalent.
Oh, that's very good. That's a major improvement. Yeah, I remember I was there a few months ago. We have a grand opening, and you have this new mill, the mill almost just refurbished mill start running. That was quite an excitement. I see your mill start turning and start to producing concentrate.
Right. Well, it was great to have you there. We did, for the audience, we did have a big turnout of politicians, miners, people who are interested in the operation, because our operation, we employ about 280 people. And it's in a city the size of Guanajuato, Mexico, but we are an important employer. So lots of people came out, and an operation that's been in production for well over 100 years. So it's an important thing to have back in operation in Guanajuato. As we move forward, I think we're going to be able to continue to expand the operation and bring production up to a level that is, not as fast, not as hot as previous operators, but what we can do is focus on the higher grades within the mine, and we're doing that right now. There's an area in the northern part of the mine called Santa Cecilia. That has always been an area that's been known to have higher grades, especially higher gold grades within the vein system. The veins there are even more narrow than the rest of the system, and so past operators kind of shied away from them. For us, though, that's exactly where we want to go, and we are doing development work right now, which will shorten the route from the Santa Cecilia area back to our processing facility from about 7 kilometers. We'll do it all underground, so about 2.5 kilometers underground. And that should be ready within just the next few weeks.
Wow, excellent, excellent. And then you have a huge mill, as you mentioned, and that was sort of when they designed, it was a big, big mill. And but silver price is low. But if silver price start to move up, you can potentially process a lot more material. And also, as the only mill in this region, you have a lot of opportunities.
Well, I think that's right. So, this is a 450-year-old mining camp. There are many old mining operations, and by old, either things that were closed down 200 years ago or 20 years ago. We feel that there's all kinds of different opportunities to really make El Cubo into a hub-and-spoke mining operation. We are contemplating working on a couple of those things right now, but I think that the future for Guanajuato Silver is really to use El Cubo as the center of that hub-and-spoke mining operation.
Oh, excellent. So you will have a lot of leverage for the higher silver price, which I presented in my presentation just an hour ago. I think silver can go a lot higher in the next year or two.
Well, I think that's right. So, if you look at silver in comparison to the other precious metals or really any of the other commodities, it has significantly outperformed over the last 12 months or so. So we've got a lot of leverage to the silver price, obviously. The other thing about our company that maybe is a little bit different than some of the other silver names, we're in production.
Yes.
Right? We have a plant that has ample excess capacity to be able to grow and put more material through that plant. So I don't think that there's a whole bunch of different silver companies that you can look at and say that that's the case. So we can expand organically and as that silver price becomes a little more robust.
Yeah. So very, very high leverage to the silver price. So if people bullish on silver, Guanajuato Silver is the one to go.
I think so.
Excellent. Can you tell us your team? I met your Mexican operation team. That was very impressive, their resumes.
Yeah, thank you. And again, you have a unique position, having met so many of the important people who are working for us in Guanajuato. As a background, the University of Guanajuato is one of Mexico's great mining schools. Probably a third of the people who work for us are graduates of the University of Guanajuato, mining engineers, geologists. Hernan Dorado is our chief operating officer. Hernan and I became friends through this whole piece. He's worked in Australia, he's worked in Canada, he's worked throughout Latin America, but he gets to go home to Guanajuato and run this particular mining operation. And then Ramon Davila, who's on our board of directors and who has just about 2 months ago joined us as president of the company, and really in charge of all Mexican operations. So Ramon, in my opinion, has the best CV in Mexican mining. He's had enormous success with Peñoles, with Pan American Silver. He was the chief operating officer of First Majestic.
Exactly, yeah.
From zero production to 12 million silver equivalent ounces. He grew the company from virtually no employees to 4,000 employees. Now, and I know that success has many fathers, Chen, but when you're the chief operating officer of a company that grows like that, you have a big footprint, a big fingerprint on that growth. So he's a very important part of our growth and our opportunities, and he believes, like I do, that the assets that we have and the people that we have can relatively quickly
grow much bigger, maybe to 10, from 0 to 20 million?
Well, that would be fantastic. We'll see how we do over the next few years.
Great. Excellent. Thank you, James. Hope to hear more good news from you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity, Chen.